Okay, hello everyone. We are starting our chapter 6, and before we start, I want to have a little video with you where we kind of recall what we know already, right? Everything is very simple. You should be able to know this. All right. Okay, so forming angles, right? The angles are formed when the two lines meet at point. Look at this example over here. Right, two lines, and here is the angle. Angle is also formed when two sides of a figure meet. For example, you can hear this, you can see this rectangle over here, right? And those are angles, right? Everything is straightforward. So classifying angles, we distinguish three types of angles: acute angle, right angle, and obtuse angle. So acute angle is something that less than 90 degrees, right angle is 90 degrees, and obtuse is something that is more than 90 degrees. All right, and identifying perpendicular lines. All right, this is the key word, perpendicular. All right, something that is forming a right angle over here, right? If two lines cross each other and they form an angle of 90 degrees, they're called perpendicular. All right, moving on, right? So with area of figure is the amount of surface covered by the figure, right? So you have whatever figure here or here, and the surface that is covered is called area. Okay, and those are the units of the measures, how we measure the area, right? There can be square centimeters, square meters, right? So how do we find this squared units, right? This is right here, they tell us. To find the area of a figure, you can count square units, right? If you, like, this is similar to your model drawing, but this is a geometrical model, right? You can calculate. So let's take a look on this little square over here, right? Little square. So it has sides 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter, right? So in order to find the area, we multiply these two numbers, right? So 1 times 1 is 1, and we call it centimeters squared. So basically, this little square is called 1 square centimeters, right? So the figure over here, the green one, is made of 24 squares like that, or basically 24 square centimeters, right? So you can count them over here, all of them. 4, so this is 4 centimeters, and this is 6 centimeters, right? So this is how we find our area. And they tell us over here, finding area by using formulas, right? If we have a rectangle and the rectangle has a side of 6 and 3, its area will be 6 times 3, 18 square centimeters, right? Probably you cannot see it over here. And if you have a square like this, right, you have a side, one side is 4 centimeter, another side is 4 centimeter, and the area of it, in order to find the area of it, you multiply the sides, right? And you can find that it's going to be 16 square centimeters. All right. Okay. No, now you can see it. All right, moving on. So finding the area of composite figures. Now the composite figure over here, they give us the new term, right? Maybe it's not new for you, but composite figure is something that is made of different simple figures, right? So the orange one, the peach colored over here, it's a composite figure, right? Basically, it's composed composite, right? Composed of two rectangles. There is one rectangle and there is second rectangle, right? Over here. So they tell us that rectangle R, this one, rectangle R, right, is cut out from a rectangular cardboard measuring 12 by 10, right? These are the sides, 10, 12, right? 12 by 10, right? Find the area of the remaining cardboard. And they give us two methods of how we can do it. Method number one, right? Method number one is we calculate separately two areas. We calculate this area and we calculate this area, right? We think of it of separate rectangle, right? So area of P, this one is 6 centimeters by 12. 12 by 6 is 72 square centimeter, right? And then the figure Q, this one, right? This one over here has a side of 5, right? And this one is 4. This one is 4. So 5 by 4, 20 centimeters, right? And then we sum up and it gives us 92 square centimeters. Now the other method is do the thing that they proposed to us initially, right? Gonna erase this thing, make it clean up so you can see that this figure is basically a rectangle and it has sides of 12 and 10. So we can find this area, 12 by 10. So the whole area of cardboard is 120 centimeters. And this area that we cut out, we find it separately, right? 7 by 4. 7 by 4 is 28 centimeters. So we subtract this area from this area and we find the area of our composite figure, 92 square centimeters. Okay. All right, so let's check. Look at the angles below. Which ones are right angles, acute angles? You can pause the video, do it everything yourself. All right. And now I will just show you the answers. Okay, let's move on. Okay, next page. Find the area of each figure, right? Also self-check, do it really fast. And I will show you the answers. All right. Okay. Sorry about the big blue spots here, right? Basically, I just covered the solution for you. So, yeah, here's the problem. Oh, you got the answer, but that's okay, right? Try to solve it yourself, and then I will show you the solution. All right. Okay. So method number one. Here is method number one, right? These two figures, figure X and figure Y, right? As we discussed before, figure X and figure Y, they calculated separately. So area of X is 12 by 15. So this is what we have, 12 by 15, right? We found CG, we found this thing right over here. So it is, well, that's not very correct. So what should I do like this, right? CG, right? We found one side, another side is 40, and we subtract 36 minus 15, and we got that this side is 21 centimeter, right? So the area of Y is 40 by 21, and then we add up two figures, X and Y, and it gives us 1020 square centimeters. Method number two, as we discussed before, right? I'm gonna erase it all, right? Is basically to take this big rectangle and then calculate its whole area, and then take this small cutout, calculate its area, and then subtract, right? So this is what they do. Method number two, the area of big rectangle, calculated 40 by 36, right? And then they find the sides, basically, yeah, FG, they call it FG, so this thing, they find it, 40 minus 12, okay, and it is, and then they calculate the cutout, small rectangle, right? And the area of a figure, big rectangle minus small rectangle, same thing, right? Okay, gonna clean it up. Check yourself once again. All right. So basically that's the whole video, that's the whole checkup, I believe. Yeah, that was the last page. All right, I'll see you in the next vid. We'll start chapter 6.